Am I on? What's up, Creative Mornings? Hi, guys. What's up? You know, I get excited for Creative Mornings, obviously, every single month, but something about this one is extra buzzy. Like, are you guys, maybe it's spring, maybe it's movement, but are you guys feeling it too? Yeah, vibey, buzzy, so freaking happy you're here. Thank you. Raise your hand if it's your first time. Oh my, welcome. It freaks me out every time in the best way. So happy you're here, and welcome back to people who haven't been here in a while or were just here with us last month. So happy that you're with us. I am Taylor, if we have not met before. I'm the host here of Creative Mornings Detroit, amongst an amazing team of volunteers and partners that bring this together every single month. So happy that you are with us this morning. I want to give some, little announcements and things. One, we have Ember on the board. Absolute shout out. Ember, I should ask you, do you want to say hello, Ember? Oh, she missed it. Never mind. We won't make it. I won't force anyone. But I do want you to get your phones out right now, because you may or may not know, we are partnered with Underground Music Academy, and we want to fund the amazing work that they're doing. So I need you to scan that little baby QR code. I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to give you 10 seconds to make a donation to their amazing work that they're doing in programs. A little goes a long way, or a lot goes a long way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, Underground Music Academy and Ember. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. And like I said, we are partnered with so many amazing people that bring this to life, our collaborative partners, as well as our sponsor partners. We have Artena Law, Art and Frame, Asante's High Life in the back over there. Please go check out their amazing activation. Boquetto Center, Envy Bookkeeping, Franco, we got Franco over there in the back, go check them out as well, and Gold and Grit Studio. So literally couldn't put this on without them. And then some other things that I want to invite you to. I teased this last month, and this is still a little teasing, more to come. We are, if you know, or maybe don't know, we are in the Detroit Design District. And so this is an amazing space. They are so kind to let us do this in here every month. And there's a lot going on, and there's a big future ahead for this space. And they are activating it in a new way. And so they are doing something called becoming a DDD in-session host, meaning if you're someone that you want to have an event of your own, like a workshop or a class or your own mini creative mornings, if you will, this space is an opportunity to do that. And so I keep getting in the way of the QR code. QR code there. If that intrigues you in any way, and if you have questions, please, I'm happy to share more about it. Come find me. But that's a really fun opportunity that's on the way there. So a fun tease there. Next, I feel like we have Nia up every single month. Round of applause for Nia Thompson of Artology, everybody. So, Creative Mornings Detroit, we serve under Artology, which is an amazing nonprofit here in Detroit that has amazing programming for supporting artists in creating sustainable careers. And Artology is birthing something brand new called Studio A. And it is something for this room that I think every single one of us would be really down for. And so I'm going to have Nia share a little bit more.
All right, good morning. So, Artology is an arts and culture nonprofit. We help artists in funding, support, workforce development. But, we have so many beautiful faces here. And Creative Mornings, we've been able to steward the past year and a half and to say, how can we better engage all of you? So Studio A, we have curated experiences that we're kicking off in June. And essentially, the first quarter, we did soirees, we talked about the power of art collection, but now it's becoming real life. So if you guys can, scan that QR code and sign up for our wait list. Super excited, but thank you.
So more to come. It's a membership experience, $25 a month, and it gives you exclusive access to some pretty amazing happenings going on in the city. So here, I'm in the way of the QR code, right there. Great. So thank you. More to come. So many exciting things going on. And also, round of applause, Washed Up Coffee. They're back. It's so good. It's such good coffee. Event coffee, you never know, but they nailed it. Thank you, guys. And then I want to bring up one more person, Carolina of Artena Law, who is our featured sponsor. She's amazing. Raise your hand if you know Carolina. Yeah, if you know her, you love her. And if you don't, which a lot of people, this sounds like your first introduction, she's someone you absolutely need to know. So tell us about yourself and what you're up to.
Hi. I knew this was happening, and I still didn't prep anything, so we're gonna rip this. So I'm Carolina. I'm the founder of Artena Law. We work with small businesses, basically providing outside general counsel services. Grew up in big law and spent the first 10 years of my career realizing how law has lost sight of clients and the customer experience. So that's what we're trying to solve. My job is to come in, understand the vision of what you want in life and your business, and my goal is to be the long-term strategic partner for you. And I don't know, if we take law, we make it approachable. I want to teach you, and I don't know, that's it. I'm just here to be your friend in business, so.
And that she is. And I can share a personal testimonial of partnering with Carolina and Artena for my businesses. And she literally, it's going to sound cheesy, but like makes my dreams come true. Because I think as creatives, we have all these things we want to do, but I think there's a lot of barriers that get in the way a lot of, and legal being one of those. We want to do it right, and we want to protect ourselves and protect our businesses. And you're a perfect partner that comes around myself, and I know so many other people to help do that in a really amazing way. So thank you. Please check her out. Go talk to her. You need her in your corner for sure. So thank you. And thank you for supporting Creative Mornings. Last but not least, I want to invite you, if you have an event going on, if you have a job posting, if you have something that you want the community to know about and celebrate, we have our Features and Opportunities newsletter that goes out to everyone every month. We have thousands of people on the email list, and so if you have something you want to share, please, so many QR codes, I know, there's so many. But scan that QR code and get on the list so we can include you. I feel like I want to invite Delaney to share about this. We are about to transition now into the reason you're here, of our partnership with Movement Festival and our amazing panel, who's going to be led by Delaney Wheeler. So here we go. I'm going to pass the mic. Delaney Wheeler, everybody.
Oh, great. Oh, God. Okay, great. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Again, my name is Delaney. If you don't know me, I work on programming with Taylor every month and the rest of the team for Creative Mornings. I'm also one half of Backtalk Detroit. We are a brand marketing etc. studio over on the east side. And my other half, Marissa, is in the back, and she loves being called to attention. She's hiding. I love her. Okay, great. So the first thing that we're going to do today, and as you all know, this month at Creative Mornings, we have an amazing, exciting partnership and residency set up with the folks at UMA, and they help bring us such amazing talent every single month to provide the music for these events, and we just love collaborating with them. Yes, the absolute best. We'll talk more about that once we get into our panel discussion today. This is also a collaboration this month with the good folks at Paxahau and Movement. So we have a giveaway for you guys. And what we want to do here is ask you to pull out your phones again and donate to UMA. If you're unfamiliar with UMA, please give it some time in your schedule today to look them up and poke around their socials and their website. They're just up the street from us. They are quite literally our neighbors. And they are doing education for folks who want to step into the electronic music space, which is amazing. It's technical skills, it's professional skills, it's everything. And so what we're asking for are some donations that will actually go towards students being able to access these classes. So it's going right back into students' pockets, which is, of course, the dream. You get to choose your own donation. And what we'll end up doing is after today, we will filter through and pick a winner from folks who have donated. And that, whoever wins, it'll end up in your email. So please check your emails today, tomorrow, to see if you've won. We'll ask you to send us a confirmation of receipt that you've seen the email, and then we'll coordinate you and connect you with the good folks at Movement and Paxahau to get 2 weekend GA passes to you. So one for you and one for a friend, which is very exciting, no? Yay, 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 yay. So thank you to Paxahau, thank you to Movement, thank you to UMA for working with us this month. Again, all proceeds will go directly towards student scholarships. So I'm gonna count down. Give you guys a second to scan this QR code if you haven't already. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Oh, and back. And with that, we're going to go ahead and start our panel. So I'm going to take a seat here, and I would like to invite up JMT, Garrison XR, and DJ Killa Squid. Amazing. Okay, I'm also gonna ask, you guys, this room is so echoey, so I'm gonna ask to keep chatter at the back at a minimum with all respect so that we can give these folks all of our attention, and feel free to explore the other parts of the building if you wanna chat, and we'll have more time to connect later. But with that, good morning, y'all. How are you today? Good morning, good morning.
Yo, good morning.
Okay, so our goal for today is for this to be a really nice conversation. Cool. Well, while we're getting microphones situated, Eric's going to come to our rescue. We'll go ahead and start with some intros. I want to let y'all speak for yourselves and introduce yourselves and your work. So JMT, I will start with you. And I'll preface this by saying, if you were here last year for our collaboration with Movement, JMT provided music for that event, and now he's on our panel, which is so exciting. I know. Yay! Growth. We love it. We love it. We love it. Go ahead.
Yeah. What up, everybody? My name is JMT. I am a producer, singer, songwriter, DJ, all the music things that you can think of, I do. Been doing it for 10 years on the like vocal side, and doing production and DJing for like 5 to 6 years now. And that's like a small introduction of who I am, the small little chaotic energy that I bring that you guys love. So
just a little nugget, and we'll get into more of that. Squid?
I hate doing intros, but I'm Squid. Hello, everybody. What up, though?
What up, though?
It's early. I'm Squid. I've been DJing for about 10 plus years. I kind of recently got into production, still learning that. I do video work too. And yeah, I just love Detroit. I don't like talking about myself too much, so there's my intro.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Garrison XR, but I also go by Garrison. I'm a DJ, producer, and event promoter, and I've been doing this for 10 years in the fall next year.
Thank you guys so much, and we'll ask you to share those two microphones back and forth while we get rolling here. But I want to go back to the beginning a little bit. You know, last year especially, we met with folks who have been in the scene for a long time and are legends in that right. And so this year we wanted to turn some focus to folks who are in the scene now and up and coming and getting rolling in y'all's careers. So let's go back to the beginning. I want to hear about what brought you all into this work, and if you guys had like met previously in the city, in the scene, what have you, what brought you into this work, and what made you go like, this is what I want to do, I want to stick with this? Does that sit with anybody? Go for it.
yeah. So I started making music online when I was 13. I'm 24 now. So I had always been making music online in my basement off of like a Samsung Galaxy S3 and a TV. It all sounds bad. It's still on SoundCloud if you can find it. But I was making music for a real long time, and then the pandemic had rolled around, and I didn't want to go to school because I had graduated in 2020, and I was kind of over it. And so I took all of my money and started buying studio equipment. And I started like just meddling around with like production, you know, what keys feel that, you know, how they feel, what sounds I want in certain places. And then I remember going to a Boiler Room show that came to Detroit, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was meeting 47 Chops from High Tech. I was meeting Full Body Durag for the first time. I was meeting a lot of the modern day Detroit GOAT DJs and producers that I work with, you know, my colleagues. And it was like 4 a.m. and I was just standing there and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop this rap thing and I'm gonna just start playing house music. And it's such a polarizing genre to what I was used to doing for a very long time. So when I dove into it, I dove in head first. But it was very funny because later down the line, I would end up being reintroduced to Squid, because Squid knew me when I was like 13. We met at a roller rink.
I am not old, okay?
I know we're both not old. It's just we just do a lot. That's it. But it was wonderful because now we're both in the scene together in the same genres, and it's really dope. It's really dope. So that's how I started, and then that's where I'm at now. So
Good job. So a lot of people might not know, but I started around the corner at the Baltimore Gallery. I was a fan of a lot of people. Shout out to Dope Div, my brother that passed. He was rapping and stuff, so I was just going there supporting them. And then we went to A3C a long time ago. I'm not telling my age. And I saw Vashti DJing, which I don't know if you guys know her, but she was with Pharrell and stuff like that. And I met her and I told her this is what I want to do. Came back home, hung out with Stacey J. Shout out to Stacey J. She's literally the reason why I am here. And I just been going ever since. My dad put me on vinyl, Spud. He's been in production and radio, everything. And I just been going. I recently kind of went to the house route because I got tired of people just standing around and not dancing. It's not fun like that. And I just pretty much fused the hip hop and house together just because I love both. But yeah, I just started around the corner, and ever since then I was like, I can't rap, can't sing. What can I do? Music's been in my life all my life. My great-grandfather, he was a drummer. My great-grandmother, she was hanging around the Temptations and stuff. So it's just kind of like in my blood. So I was like, hey, let's do it.
So yeah, I grew up in a city called Grand Ledge, and that touches Lansing. And when I graduated high school, I was going to a lot of festivals and traveling to Detroit all the time for shows and stuff. And so I got a controller because I was like, I can do that. And so I decided to go to Wayne State, and it was just like fully being immersed here that made me want to pursue it. My first job, I started working at the Fillmore and then the Masonic Temple. And then it wasn't until I started working at the Urban Bean Co., which is Speaker Box now, which is they've always been known for bringing in local DJs and throwing parties, and so it was just like being immersed in that and being inspired by like the locals that made me want to continue.
Yeah, and okay, lots of parties. Has anybody ever seen Garrison play? It's awesome, right? And we'll jump through back down the line here, but I'll start with you. What, as you were getting started, as you were exploring, and as you got that first controller and you're messing around and getting into the groove, what bridged from, oh, I'm playing other people's music to, oh, this is my sound? What got you there? What did you explore?
When I first started, my music taste was all over the place, and it really took my first movement for me to like really want to hone in on a sound. But then it was when I started my parties, XOXR, where I was bringing in other DJs and cultivating lineups and getting feedback from that. It made me realize that my sound is a lot more distinct, and yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. And then Squid and JMT, both of you guys are talking about, you know, that bridge from like rap into house, and Hood Needs House, right? We hear a lot about that. Yeah. What was that? What was that process like for you?
I actually started working with High Tech before they were really high tech. It was 47 Chops that was like DJing a lot, and then I met them Boiler Room. I had DJ Boiler Room with 47 Chops and other amazing DJs, and we made our first song Zooted, and I was like, this is it. So now I'm just kind of like working with them full body. I want to work with this dude too and a lot of other people, but just trying to like make it myself also so I can kind of like grow more into that.
So, fun fact, me and Squid apparently, and I just keep forgetting, have lived very like parallel lives in our storyline, because I actually showed up to that Boiler Room to see Squid. Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, I want to see Squid play. I haven't seen Squid since I was at the roller rink. And I pulled up. She was like, damn, you got tall, bro? What? You got a mustache? And so that bridge actually happened the same night, because that was the same night that I had met 47 Chops. And so I was working with High Tech before they were High Tech also. And I had made the song Shrimp and Grits, which was the first single off of that second sophomore album that they dropped. And it was strange because they were like, bro, you rap and sing. Can you produce? And I was like, kinda. And we worked on that song, and I think we finished that song in an hour. And at that moment, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna just like do this at home. So I started making a couple of records, and like all of them will never come out. They're really bad, but they just lack structure. The sound's really good. Like I might remix it, but the structure's not there. And so that was really the biggest bridge, was working with High Tech, working with Full Body Durag, working with like the homies. You know, it was everything that we do is very homey, very community based. It's not really like people sitting in a corner and then one day they just have a eureka moment. It's really like a big family. We bring you in, and like you go from 0 to 100 in the skills that you want. So that's how it went down.
Yeah, I think what's so cool about this panel and the three of you is you all are talking a lot about how you started with the idea in the focus of like, I want to play. And then you're starting to move into throwing parties, and you're cultivating these events and making opportunity and bringing people together, right? You guys are talking about producing, you're talking about collaboration. And I want to talk more about the technical aspect of this. This is something I think a lot of us, myself included, get so curious about, of like, how do you do all of that? How do you learn all of that? What was the technical process like for you to like get a grip of how to utilize all of this equipment and about how to think about production? So when you are, let's start with building a set. When you're building a set, what is that process like for you? How are you thinking about the crowd and the people and the personalities and the experience? You want to go? Yeah.
Okay, so I guess when I first started, when it came to building sets, I would get like so much stage fright, where I felt like I would have to like plan a set like song by song. But then it took when I started getting so many bookings, I like literally couldn't do that, and so that's like being thrown into a element where you have to think on the fly and actually have to like read off people, whether they're dancing, whether they're vibing, because every night's different. Where sometimes people want to go and dance, some people want to chit chat, and so it's able to kind of I feel like after doing it for so long is when I've been able to just like learn that skill on telling, like reading the room. Yeah.
For me, I just kind of want to create a space where people can like get about everything. So whether it's like a nostalgic feeling or something, I just want to make people feel something. So just implementing the things, the songs that I grew up on, or like the new sound and mashing them together. I did the same thing as you used to do. Like I used to literally plan it. Boiler Room, bro, I planned that whole set. I memorized it and everything. I can't do that no more. It creates too much anxiety. So I literally just go off of like energy, like what can I build up in someone. That sounds so crazy, but
What are you wanting people to feel like when they're in the room?
Happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want you to feel happy. I want you to feel like what all this crazy stuff going on in the world, just forget it for at least an hour if you can.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, fun fact, that movement set, I had planned a couple tracks. I got 3 tracks in, and I was like, I don't want to play none of this way no more. So, the fun part about my process is I don't plan it. I think about the space. I think about how I'm feeling. I think about how the booking management has booked me and how they're feeling. I think about everyone's thoughts and feelings before I go into this space. And of course, like if you've ever been to one of my sets, you know I don't like standing still. So like if I'm making an environment where I'm jumping around, by default, you will also jump around. I don't care if it's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour into the set. You leave being like, okay, I want to be here for another 3 hours. I don't want to go home when it's 3 a.m. I still want to dance. So like, my whole inspiration is making sure that people come into the space at 0 and leave recharged. I don't want you to leave a JMT set and feel like, oh, I can go and make a cup of tea and sit down. Like, I didn't do my job then.
Yeah, JMT set is a workout. That's
It is. You get your steps in, you be burning calories. Wear an Apple Watch to one of my sets and you'll be impressed. You'll be like, the gym does nothing for me now.
And can I add, recently I had got surgery and it was my first show back. I played Wajid's I Just Want to Tell.
Man.
That
Shout out.
It feels like you are in church. It feels like happiness. It feels like, if you haven't heard that song, please just go. If you ever going through something, just please go listen to that. I've never seen anybody react to a song like that from someone from Detroit in a minute.
Say the name of the song again.
I Just Want to Tell by Wajid.
All right.
Listen
Shout out
to
Wajid.
Listen
Shout
to
out,
it
shout
real
out, shout out.
loud. There you go.
All right, cool. Okay, well, speaking of Wajid, speaking of high tech, thinking of all of these folks, when you, and as you are still building and getting into your groove and finding your crowd and doing these shows, who in the city has helped build you into where you are now? Like, who are you leaning on? What kind of mentors have you had? What have they done for y'all?
So I have a pretty cool list. I won't say like extravagant, but a cool list. The first people that brought me in besides high tech to really like truly believe in what I was doing was actually the Saunderson family. So I had ran into Mari Saunderson at a movement afters before I had made Shrimp and Grits, and I was DJing, but I had never touched CDJs. And he invited me to the Elephant Room, and it was raining. And he had me play outside on CDJs while there's rain hitting it, and he's listening to me DJ, and he's like, yo, you got it. These are broken CDJs. This mixer don't really work. This is a zone mixer from the 90s, so ain't no effects on it or nothing. And he's like, yo, you got it. So, like, the Saunderson family has been an extreme help. Of course, Wajid. I will forever be grateful for the things that Wajid has done for my career, the things that he doesn't know and the things that he does know. And then, like, of course, like high tech, you know, like as much as like our history has been so long, the simple fact that I've been around them to all of us kind of build blocks together and watch, like, I don't know, I always say it's like a ghetto tech revival happen with the new generation is really amazing. And then, of course, like, you know, you have music inspirations, but in the city, those three are gigantic pillars to what you see when you see JMT play. So.
For me, production-wise, it's definitely high tech. Those guys introduced me into like something that I didn't even know I had, unlocking stuff. Wajid, bro, amazing human. He has literally put a battery in my back for everything that I'm doing. And Stacy Hot Wax fucking hell put me on CDJs for the first time. Literally was like invited me to Spotlight and was like, oh, you ain't never done this before? Bet. And we went back to back when Spotlight wasn't even really open. So those are the three people that have really inspired me, put batteries in my back. And yeah, I just got to say Stacey Hot Wax Hell again, because a lot of people leave her out of the conversation when it comes to house music. She was the first black woman to really do this shit in Detroit. So shout out to her.
Okay, and Garrison, what about you? Who has mentored you in the space, especially in the city, and what do you think? I think this is a question that we all have, like, what makes a good mentor for you?
For me, what makes a great mentor has been people who have been doing what I do now, but for much longer. And what's cool about Detroit is that if there's like legends that just walk among us so casually. Yeah. So people that have like encouraged me would be like DJ Holographic, Steven Raum, Black Tony, just people that have been doing it longer than me, that have been encouraging me and giving me the validation that makes me feel like I can do it too.
Yeah, cool. Okay, from a creative standpoint, when you guys are building your projects, especially, I want to think about, I know we have like a lot of designers in the room. We got a lot of brand folks in the room. We got a lot of visual artists in the room. When you're thinking about your sound and the way that you're putting together, different pieces that you're releasing, or even your personal brands, when you think about like what the visual looks like for you, what is that creative process like as you're building? Big question. This one was not on the list, so I'm tossing him a fastball, but I'm thinking about it.
Whenever I'm building a project, I always say this is no longer mine. As soon as I hit send, as soon as I hit upload, this version of me is no longer mine. Whatever someone gets out of this, whatever memory they build off of it, wherever they are when they hear it the first time, I need to be bold enough and big enough on the record to state who I am and what we're doing. But if it gives you something, awesome. So like when I'm putting together EPs or albums even, it's all me trying to translate something in a moment of time. So like the last album that I dropped, Ghetto Techtropolis, that album was really a statement of, oh, you thought it was me doing this on accident. You thought I got lucky. Okay. I'm going to show you that it's not luck. I'm going to show you that it's everything versatile and everything big. So, like, when I'm going into making projects, it's really statement followed by what I want you to get out of it. And then, of course, it's yours now. It's no longer me. It's no longer mine. This is your song now. So, like, if you like Yes I Can with me and Daniel Hex, and that makes you think of roses and fields and small bunnies, then like great. But like if that's your breakup song, dude, I'm glad that I got you through that breakup. Like it's your song now, so.
I have not dropped a project because I'm too scared. So, but that's what YG and I've been talking about. But if I were, I don't know. I just would want to resonate with people, honestly. Like what connects me with people, what makes me feel something, I guess, what I have grown up in and all that stuff. So I don't know what it would sound like. I don't know because I've been too scared to do it, but I'm going to do it this year, I promise.
This year. Okay. And Garrison, your entire personal brand and even your parties, they're branded to perfection. They're so recognizable. I love them. I love them. Tell us more about that for you.
For me, I feel like it's just kind of been like, here's the assignment, and what I put out has been something so like widely appreciated that it comes naturally, and I just like try to stay authentic to myself, what I would like to attend to, what I'd like to listen to, and I think it comes from just like passion and yeah, I don't know. It's just like, here's the assignment, and then I do it, and it works.
The brief is coming naturally to you. Yeah. We talked a lot about reading a room, and that's the biggest part of how those pieces come together, I would have to agree. So, okay, thinking about work that you're doing right now, and Squid, you were just talking about things you're going to be doing this year. 2 questions. 1, what do you think that you've learned most recently that you want to bring into that work? And like, how does collaboration play a role in that?
I was going to say, you got to answer first. She looked at you.
What I've learned the most is just don't be scared. Just take the risk, because without risk, there's no reward. So really just leaning into all the blackness that I love in Detroit and just putting it out there, because I like hearing growth. Even with him, like before he was even producing, he was a rapper, and he would send me stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, you're getting better, you're growing. And I love that. And I hope you never delete none of the old shit, because people need to hear your growth. So for me, like, that's so important. That's what I want to show. But also collaboration. Without collaboration, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I would not be working with people that I've worked with. I wouldn't be doing shows or anything like that without the community that has helped me get here. So I always want to make sure that I collaborate with as many people as I can, especially in music, because you hear so many different personalities, and it's so cool to hear. Like I want to go to Chicago and work out with those people and work with people here. So for me, collaboration is everything. It's community, and it's what keeps us together in this entire music industry. So.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't be able to be where I was without collaboration. The community here is what like fuels me and what keeps me going. It was like the artist Dwayne that reached out to me and asked me to do a remix for his song, and that's like when I started producing. It was like going to the shows for the people that come to my shows that I feel like fostering that community is what also helps me excel. What's cool about Detroit is that it's a big city, but it's also like a small town in our niche of a scene. And so when you have that community behind your back, it feels like the whole city of Detroit is rooting for you. And like that's what it's like. That collaboration there is what keeps me going. Yeah.
That was such a heartfelt, warm answer. For me, I will say that the community and the collaboration that I've been working on and working in has birthed this focus of like not perfection, but honing the craft. Like every single track that I now make, I'm making with a specific objective in mind versus like how I used to produce where it was like pure feeling, pure feeling, pure feeling.
What are some of those objectives?
So as of recently, I've been thinking about longevity. I've been thinking about legacy. So like I've been producing records in the mindset of, can Kevin Saunderson play this? Can I play this in 20 years? Will this still evoke an emotion out of me or out of a crowd in 5 years after I drop something bigger and better? Is this something that people want to revisit on their own time? Is this something that you put in a playlist? Like, that's how I've started producing now, to where I'm thinking about not how it sounds for right now, but how will it sound when the sound around me shifts and the community looks different and I'm no longer a next up or a now. I am in the position of Kevin. Like, where's my good life? How do I make that? So that's what I've been doing. And the collaboration and community around me, especially the OGs, especially my team, and of course the community, have been kind of putting that battery in my back of like, your old stuff should be just as good as your new stuff. So
Yeah, it's so interesting to hear. You know, I think for a lot of us, I guess this is a pretty unique crowd in the way that most Creative Mornings, I wouldn't say we have a ton of folks who work in music in our audience, but we might today. But thinking about, just from a creative standpoint, the fact that we're always trying to like hit these objectives and we always have these briefs, and like these are consistencies across all of our creative work is coming through. And I think another thing that is consistent across creative work is getting paid for it. So I want to talk about that a little bit. And this is like a plug to give some advice for folks who are in your industry and in your space. As you all get booked for shows, you all throw parties, like you're successful definitely in that, right? So in your experience thus far, can you talk to us a little bit more about what it was like and how you got those first bookings and how that was able to grow for you? Like, how were you able to turn this into a business and a livelihood and into a career?
So I'm going to give away so many gems, so feel free to write stuff down if you really won't, or don't, just remember it. When I first started, your gigs should be community / for the love of it. Like, I always try and tell younger DJs that come up to me and they're like, I want to get into this. I'm like, are you cool with being in the dark for like a year or two? Like, are you cool DJing and nobody's in the room? Are you cool DJing and you have no footage or clips, but people know you're good, right? So you would start there. So you're probably realistically not making a ton of money, if any, when you first start. And then, like, don't try and skip the CDJs. Don't try and skip, like, go through the process, right? Second thing, you start getting a little bit more advanced gigs. So now you're looking at your opening slot for maybe a pretty big headliner. Maybe it's a community-based show and, like, I don't know, like us three are the headliner, but you're opening. So like, all right, cool, the club throws you a little cool 100, maybe like 150. it starts you out. You're like, cool, I can cover gas, I can get some drinks, I can go to Coney after this. And now my money from the show is gone.
That's a good day. That's
but
a good day.
I had a good time. I got in for free. You feel me? And then you get to a point where you're going, all right, I know how to use these CDJs. I got some skills behind me. You're probably 3 to 5 years in now. This is where you go, all right, what's my sound? What are the clubs that support that sound? What's the gear? What are all these things? All right, plus my value, plus my skill and my expertise, what is my value? And the craziest part that DJs don't do, and I always tell DJs to do this, know your value and your worth when you DJ. Not just your draw and how many people are going to show up. When you plug your USB in, are you cool with asking or telling someone? Because most of the times you got to tell, especially once you get to a certain point. Yeah, this is worth $1,000. If you're not, see how silent the room was? That's a deep question. If you're cool with going, all right, I'm worth about $250. I'm worth about $500. That's how you start building that. Because, of course, you get to a certain point where certain clubs are just not going to say yes to that because they may not have the funds or they may not want to pay you that much because they're like, we paid, I don't know, I'm just randomly named, we paid Full Body Do-Rag $250. He said yes. And it's like, that's great, but I'm JMT. You have to do that, and you have to get comfortable with stating who you are, stating your price, and then building it. Because once you do so many shows, once you have so many people backing you, once you have so many OGs that are rooting for you, that price naturally goes up. You no longer have to ask. It just increases. And then if you have a booking manager, or when you get a booking manager, or when you get a normal like music industry manager, if that's your goal, then like they fight for you. That's the best part. I don't have to fight anymore, y'all. Like I just show up and they're like, this is the figure that they're talking about. And I'm like, sick, okay, great. I would have did it for 500. I'm glad I didn't say nothing. So like do that. Go through the steps. I promise you, if you stick it out, you'll be so glad that you did, and you will be worth every single cent that they give you.
Whew, thank you. That was good. Does anybody have anything to add? Any advice to add onto that? Getting booked, getting business.
No, this is not easy. Know that you're gonna have to put a lot of hours into this. I know everybody wants to be a DJ these days. It's not easy. It's not easy to stay relevant. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. There's new DJs every year. So you have to work just as hard. I have to work just as hard being black, being a woman, being gay. 100%. It's not easy. I would just say be okay with saying no a lot, because a lot of this shit is not worth your time, your energy. But also know what you want to do. If you don't want to be in them clubs, go be a corporate DJ. It's okay. You have to start somewhere, but you have to be seen. You have to be heard. So use your social media as your manager. I don't have no damn manager, so you got the luxury right there, because I ain't never had no manager. But just use that to your benefit. Learn that stuff, because nowadays it's hard to get booked without content. I hate to say it. I know everybody hates content and all that stuff, but without that shit, I don't know where I would be. I'm gonna be completely honest. So use that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like both of you took a lot of the words out of my mouth. Like getting started, it's important to just do it for the love of it. Do it because you want to, and then with enough hard work, it's knowing your value and being able to have some authority. Throwing parties is something I've learned is like, in order to pay a DJ like proper, the promoter may lose money, and so like I like to go in with like a little bit of humbleness of just like knowing what the party will bring in versus like what I'm asking for, because again, it's just like doing it for the love of it. Over time, with like enough hard work, the money will come. It's kind of like pretending like I'm not going to care about the money for the money to care about me, and yeah.
I attract.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Question for you all. How many of you are actively DJs? How many of you are aspiring DJs? Hands high, hands high, hands high. I want to know. This is good. This is why we're here. Okay, we got a decent amount of hands raised, which is sweet. So, I wanna ask you all, what are you listening to right now that we can all listen to? Like, what is inspiring you as you are working on your next sets, as you're working on your next projects? You've shouted out some classic pieces so far, but what's new in your Spotify? Yeah, pull out your phones, Spotify, Apple Music,
Y'all
in
answer
your
first, hold
SoundCloud,
on.
in your YouTube. What are you listening to?
I got like something like I don't even listen to electronic music. When I do, when I do, I feel like it's like I'm working and I'm just like clicking through songs. But in my day to day, like I listen to like a lot of just like I guess like oldies, not necessarily oldies, more like 90s. Yeah, like. Yeah, period.
Garrison be listening to Shaka Khan.
I love Shaka Khan. I love Shaka Khan. But I also love like Janet Jackson, Outkast. Like, yeah. When I feel like, thank you. I feel like I grew up. My parents listened to like classic rock and like the Beatles, and so like my music taste was very like sheltered. And it was moving to Detroit and just being in such like a music-loving city that just like grew my taste, and I feel like I've just been like developing my taste through just like the years and the genres, and so yeah.
Amazing. I love that.
I'm the same way, bro. I don't be listening to this shit like, cause I'm mellow. When I'm at home, bro, I'm chilling. Like I don't want to hear no fast-paced shit. That's when I go out. To be honest with y'all, I'm sorry. That might make me look like a fraud or something. I don't know, but I listen to that shit when I'm out. When I'm home, it's R&B. I like that Don Toliver album. That's really good. And yeah, like R&B and stuff. Like I like Kehlani. I like Shaka Khan. I like Anita Baker. Temptations, Michael Jackson. You seen the movie? It's not that great, but go watch the.
You got the same take as me, yeah.
Bro, go watch
Yeah.
American. If you really want to know the Michael Jackson story, go watch the American Dream.
Go watch American Dream.
I grew up on
It's
that.
on YouTube, all 6 hours.
Exactly. But yeah, like I don't know. I'ma just go bang that YG. I don't know.
So I have the complete opposite answer. I really, as of lately, bro, I just been listening to like a lot of gospel music and gospel house. I don't know, it's something about gospel music and gospel house where I'm like, this makes sense. But on the norm, man, I listen to a lot of old house music, like vinyl rips that are on YouTube of like Thomas, which is one half of Daft Punk, like his solo stuff. Ironically, no. Like you can ask my girlfriend. Like I will drive in the car early in the morning listening to like Let Me Bang or The Freaks. Like, dude, it's 7 in the morning and you're listening to 808s at 160 BPM? And I'd be like, yeah, this sound great.
Chilling. I'm on that same page too.
Yeah, so I just really be listening to like whatever. I will say this though, whatever music I play in the morning, I always keep in mind the first hour of my day, whatever I play in the morning, that's setting the tone for the whole day. So like if I start my day listening to Ghetto Tech, you better hope that I'm DJing that day. Cause I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna be like, I gotta do everything. I wanna produce this, I wanna do that. And it's like, sit down, it's Tuesday. But you know, I listen to a little bit of everything. Slipknot, I'll listen to Slipknot. I'll listen to, yeah, that's where the mask came from. That's where the mask came from, was Slipknot. So like, a lot of stuff. I don't ever really put myself in a musical box. I go through musical phases, so.
Amazing. Okay, we have about 5-ish minutes left. I would love to open this up for some questions from y'all, if you have them. Does anybody have any questions? I know that you do. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. All right, I got 2 in the back. Oh, I got 1 in the middle. All right, I'm coming around with the microphone. Don't mind me.
Hi, thank you for all your beautiful answers. I'm just curious, like, what inspires you musically outside of music?
What inspires us musically outside of music?
Black people.
Short answer, very random, cooking.
Hey, his food do be looking good.
I would say the queer scene here.
Black and gay people.
All right, so my name is Caleb Conley. I'm also a DJ.
I know you.
Well, Squid. But a lot of people know me as like a tech investor. That's what I do as my day job. But I'm actually been DJing for like 7 years. And so my question is, especially like Squid, I know you're into video. How do you like, force yourself out of the box that people know you as?
First and foremost, you got some money. You for sure got some money.
I don't.
You do tech and you DJ?
Mr. Tech Man.
I just saw you in Dallas.
I wish.
Okay, wait, what was the last part of your question?
But yeah, I know you do video and you like kind of get into that box. How do you leverage the relationships you have, or just kind of get out of the box that people know you as a DJ, and now you're getting into video? And anybody else can answer as well.
Honestly, I just went and took the risk of buying it and just went full throttle and just posted. And I kind of like based my Instagram on like how I would want a Tumblr/EPK to look like. So I know a lot of people do post flyers. Me, I don't really like to, just because I want you to just see my work, if that makes sense. And I know people are gonna hate me for it, promoters are gonna hate me for it, but I don't really post flyers. And it's not that I don't want to, but it's just easier for me to make a quote unquote dump of everything and then put the flyer within that and just post it like that than to just have a bunch of flyers, because then I feel like it boxes me, someone that doesn't just wanna be a DJ. Like I like creative directing, I like shooting videos, I like doing commercials, I like doing a lot of things. So I just want you to see me as a brand and not just as a DJ. So I think the work comes from you first of, okay, how do I want my Instagram or my social media to look like for people to want to be like, Caleb, I want you to be a brand ambassador for this. Oh, you DJ too? Bet, you can do both. You can DJ this event and you can be a brand ambassador for that. That's how I work with Optica. Like, I was a DJ for them first, and then they let me start doing a little bit of content for them to do other stuff. So
Yeah.
I hope that helps.
Anybody else want to speak to that?
So I'm kind of in your same pocket, Caleb. I also work. Yes. I work in tech in the morning too. So like, I will say it, bro. It's like when you doing the shift is one thing. Drop it and then pick up the other thing just as hard, if not harder. So like, if you DJ one day, be the best DJ that you're gonna be in them 2 hours, and then drop it. And then go and be the best tech person in them 4 hours, and then instantly drop it. Like, these are pieces of you. It makes up your whole being. But the moment that someone wants to highlight that one thing, be the absolute best at it when you get in the room, whatever that ability is. So like, do it all, because like nobody's gonna tell you no, and you're not gonna tell yourself no. So just do it.
Are y'all hiring? Because you know Trump doing a lot of crazy stuff in the world right now. So
I think authenticity shines through. I think just like being genuine. Like what Squid said, I use my Instagram as kind of like an EPK, a Tumblr. Thank you. I have a second Instagram that's like duplicate, so I can like post and test stuff. Like I'm so anal about it. It's like growing up on the internet. Like I can't help it. But I think like showing face, showing kindness, just being yourself. Like people are gonna remember that, and people are gonna repeat that.
Garrison got such a good heart, man.
Thank you. It's real.
Okay, sweet. I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up for today. Can we do a round of applause for our amazing panel? Thank you all so much. Make sure you follow these folks on Instagram, etc., anywhere that you can find them. They all have sets and shows coming up. It's a busy month for all of us, which is sweet. I want to give another thank you to Ember for being here today as well.
Wait. Also, shout out to Ember for all she does for Homie Hangs.
Man, yeah, shout out Homie Hangs.
Like, she's amazing. She helps people so much. So I'm sorry, I just had to add that.
No, thank you, Ember. Thank you, Ember. And another thank you to Movement and Paxahau. Another thank you to UMA. Yay.
Make some noise.
Absolutely. And reminder, check your emails. If you entered to win those Movement tickets, we will get that email out today. We'll get that email out today. So if you have that, please respond. We'll be super excited to have you at the festival. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and see what's up for next month, y'all. Okay, great, there it is. So next month, we are going to be meeting a week earlier than usual yet again, so a month from like this Friday on June 12th. This one is going to be very, very fun, as they always are. So make sure to put that in your calendars. And with that, I think we're about wrapped. That's it. Thank you all so much for being here. Have a lovely rest of your Friday.